If you are thinking about giving a chance for that nice guy, don't do it. Just don't. Even if he says that you are so beautiful that he can't believe that you are real, no, but don't do it. Go away.
I am 30 years old. I'm very single. I'm happy being single. I have, I'm gonna cry. I have 0 people on my radar. I'm not interested in dating at the moment. I need to heal myself. But what's so frustrating, is that everyone wants to move my life along faster than I do. And by that, I mean, it's horrible that I feel like I can't talk to anyone and mention a man's name in a conversation without them assuming that we're talking, that we're dating, that I like them, that they're anything more than just my friend. It's so frustrating. You can see it on their face, and they don't ask a question, they just look at you. You can hear it in their voice. They either like get quiet and they wait for you to give them more information, or the way that they ask their questions changes. I'm not entertainment. My life is not entertainment for you. I am literally just living my life and having friends and having so much fun. And when God brings a man into my life that I'm supposed to be with forever, you'll know. I'll tell you. I'll be excited about them. But until then, please stop assuming that everything in my life has to do with a man, because it doesn't. I didn't expect to cry on the internet today.
The question that I hate the most is when somebody's asking me, what hobbies do I have? I'm like, none. I can literally spend 24 hours laying in my bed watching TikToks. Like, what hobbies are you talking about? I'm so mad at myself and my parents that they didn't make me to go to any, like, I don't know, dancing school, to start singing, to do gymnastics as a kid, because now I don't have any hobbies, I don't have any talents. I'm a lazy Gen Z ass. Like, wow. And I'm so embarrassed to admit that I don't have hobbies. Thankfully, I have a TikTok and like content creation, so technically it can count as a hobby, right? Before I had a TikTok, like, I could not answer that question, what hobbies do I have? Because I have none. Kids, go dancing, go swimming, go play basketball, do whatever. Don't be at home. That's so sad.
This is something that nobody talks about, but it's important and it's real. The pain that comes with being single years and years and years and years is deep. You know, no matter if you are successful, beautiful, super fit, super rich, have everything in the world, have so many friends, have been traveling all over the world, you know, like, look at me, I'm single and happy. Yeah, you can be. But with it comes a pain of not being witnessed. Comes a pain where you wake up every day and you have to give yourself all the love, all the motivation, all the yalla, let's go do it. It's not easy, and nobody talks about how we feel inside when years and years and years and years and years pass by and you're actually just still single because, I don't know because of what, so many reasons. And I just wanted to talk about it because it's hard. Like, I'm a very, very positive person. I work on myself. I'm active. I have good career. I have amazing family. So many friends. Just came back from DC last night because I was visiting my friends there. Like, everything looks perfect and is perfect. But there is a pain that really lingers in my soul about the years that keep passing by while I'm not witnessed. And I know that I'm not alone in this. Probably there are so many other people, women and men both, that feel the pain of aloneness.
You know what I realized the other day is that men will never have to worry about, like, what if the guy that I love doesn't ask me to marry him in time. I was thinking about it and I was like, I feel like that would be such a horrible feeling, is like trying to get the person that you're with to marry you. Like, I want to be with a guy who just like wants to marry me so badly. Like, I never want to be in a situation where I'm like, okay, the clock's ticking, are you gonna pop the question? That would suck so much. And like, honestly, as much as I try to deny the fact that like there's a timeline, it is a fact that as a woman your fertility decreases at the age of like 35. So I feel like you kind of have to base it off of that if you want to have kids. But men will never even have to like think about that because they can literally have kids whenever they want. Like, there's no time limit for them. They just find a younger girl and then they're fine. It breaks my heart to see girls who have literally had so much time wasted. Like, say you've been together for like so long. Clearly the person knows like you want to move forward. And then they just don't ever ask you to marry them. And then you're just kind of like waiting around for them to do it. And then you guys end or they break up with you or whatever happened. I've literally watched this happen to people in my life. And it's so sad. Because again, like I said, if you want to have kids, you sort of are on a timeline. Like, what do you do when you just get out of a long-term relationship at like 30-something years old? Not that that's old at all, but like starting over at that age would just suck. So girls, just be really careful. Honestly, you should never have to beg a guy to want to marry you if you guys have been together for like a long enough time. Like, don't waste your time. You have to look out for yourself. It breaks my heart thinking about the fact that a guy could just like literally waste your time like that and mess things up for your future. They're gonna be completely fine because they can just find a younger girl to get pregnant. And so look out for yourself.
Why is she blaming a nice guy for hurting her? If he treated her badly, it probably wasn't a nice guy in the first place. Also, nice guys are not required to stay in relationships if they're not happy in the relationship.
Facts.
She's basically gotten to that point of where she should be finding a boyfriend and having children. It's not anybody else's fault that she's hit the wall and should be settling down. If she's not bothered about finding a man, why is she crying about it for?
Always whining, always wanting something, always urinating on the newspaper.
Women always tell each other that being single is better than being in a relationship, and they don't need no man. But eventually they start to miss being in a relationship and having a man to validate them. Their rubber toys are not satisfying them any longer.
They're lost!
The fact that she's blaming her parents for not getting her into a hobby is just sad. And the fact that she thinks being on TikTok all day is a hobby is even more sad. She only has herself to blame for her unproductive lifestyle.
Well, it's her own fault.
After the man has established a dating scenario, it's up to the woman to get the man to commit to her. If she is not offering enough for him to propose to her, she needs to do better. Another problem is women are waiting too long to start relationships with potential partners. If they started in their early 20s, they will have 15 years before infertility starts to occur. Instead, they ride the carousel until they're 35, and by the time they want children, they have no eggs left.
Scrambled eggs?
Real men of genius.